Hi, welcome. I'm going to talk to you today about how to create an annotated bibliography and what an annotated bibliography is. Your annotated bibliography, or I'm going to say annotated bib here, it's very similar to a works cited page or a references page. In MLA format, we call it a works cited page. And you're looking at a works cited page here, right? A works cited page usually has entries for each of your sources. In the paper, it starts with the author, and then you have all this information about it. I have 4 entries on this pretend works cited page. An annotated bib is just like a works cited page, but it's kind of just like a little bit beefed up. So instead of just having the citation, you have a citation, and then following the citation, you have an explanation of how you're going to use that citation, depending on what your professor is asking you to do for the assignment. Sometimes they might ask you to summarize what your citation is. Sometimes they might ask you to have a dialogue or conversation with that citation. Sometimes they might ask you to disagree or agree with that citation, or just to talk about how you plan to utilize the citation, or the source, I should say, in your paper. So for example, if I'm quoting this A Theory of Fun for Game Design, I talk about how I'm going to agree and disagree with it. I talk about how I'm going to enter into a conversation with this text. So in terms of formatting, usually an annotated bibliography is formatted in alphabetical order, but often what is good to do is first make a works cited page, put your sources in, and then go for each source and talk about what you're going to do with that source. In order to get started creating an annotated bibliography, I think it's a good idea to be thinking about this as you're doing research. So if I'm doing research on game design, and let's say that I'm using only scholarly or peer-reviewed journals for this annotated bib, and let's say that I'm in the library's discovery search, I find an article called Learning About Serious Game Design and Development at the K-12 Level. I click on it. The first thing I want to do as I'm doing some searching in order to create an annotated bib is to get the citation. I would do that as the very first thing. You can click this Cite button here, and it will show you how to cite this in each of the major formats. I could grab the MLA citation, copy it, and paste it into my annotated bibliography. I want to do it in alphabetical order, and I want to make sure the formatting is right when I paste it. Notice that when I paste it, it's in a different font. It's a little bit gray, so I'm actually going to grab it. I'm going to put it in the correct font, and I'm going to make it just kind of match the formatting of the rest of my annotated bib. And then once I have that citation, I often am going to look at the description of the article, or sometimes it's called the summary. Sometimes it's called the abstract of the article, and then if I decide it's a good article, I'll go and read it and get some more information about it, and then use the annotated bib as a place to show my professor that I am engaging with this source, that I am using this source, and that I am getting serious about doing research and getting started for my project. So that's getting started with an annotated bib in a nutshell. If you have more questions, feel free to contact the Nichols Library, or you can contact me personally, rob.stevens@nichols.edu. Thanks. Bye.